All right, we are officially live over on the YouTubes. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Thanks for hanging out. Feel free to come over to the playback as well. I pinned that into the chat. You can come over, join the room. I think we'll give away a So Rare card at some point as well, toward later in the stream. But yeah, a couple things. I just heard my voice come through the YouTube and almost had an aneurysm. Seth Curry. Seth Curry just got waived by the Hornets, but it sounds like they're still going to be in contact, whatever that means. So maybe he does come back to Charlotte. Bruce Brown, shout out Bruce Brown, baby. Bruce Brown got fucking paid, man. So he made $20 million last year, but what everybody said when that deal happened, because it was a 2-year, like $43 million deal. When he got the first, everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy!" But then they're like, "Don't worry, the second year is a team option. He's probably not going to get that money in the second year." Well, lo and behold, the Toronto Raptors picked up that second year, which means my guy get the full deal. He's most likely going to get traded either this offseason or headed into the summer. We also got some Russ news. So Russ sounds like he's not going back to Clip City. He will be leaving the Los Angeles Clippers and entering free agency. We've got freaking Paul George. The Clippers have made it clear they're not going to offer Paul George max. Even Windhorst is saying it seems like the Clippers aren't worried about losing him, which is kind of nuts. And James Harden is coming back to the Clippers. So that was kind of most of the news today. There was some other stuff that I don't care as much about. Timmy Hardaway Jr. Actually, that was kind of a big deal. Quentin Grimes goes to Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. goes to Detroit. But this allows Dallas to get that mid-level exception, which means they're going to go get DJJ. They said that was priority 1A and 1B, if you will. Yeah, and Weisberg, they extended CP3's deal until tomorrow. He gets 24 more hours, I believe. And yeah, PJ Tucker. Shout out PJ Tucker, brother. My age out there getting 11.5 milli. So there was one So Rare thing I wanted to kind of talk about, or like a potential play. Oh, sorry. I was thinking today was Saturday, Weisberg, when I said that Sunday. A potential play. So I was thinking about this, right? So the Knicks now, because I said in that video that I just did, which if you missed it, I did just kind of like reading the NBA tea leaves. But one of the things that I was thinking about is that, so Brunson, obviously, right? But because they went and got Mikal Bridges and then signed OG Anunoby, it's like super clear that they're not going to be able to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein. So who knows where Hartenstein's going to go, depending on the landing spot. That could be fun, sure. But now they're stuck with Mitchell Robinson, right? And now Mitchell Robinson might be in Mark Williams territory where I don't know how much he's going to actually play, because Mitchell Robinson seems to be one of the unluckiest basketball players of all time. But it's not like the Knicks are going to have a ton of flexibility to go out there and sign anybody in free agency, because they're not going to have a lot of money. So I was like, I don't know. Should we be taking shots right now on Mitch Rob? The other thing I was thinking too is that if we go over to So Rare for a second, and then we'll double check Underdog too. But so Robinson's cap right now is at 16. So that's going to be like 2 or 3 straight weeks of just being able to ride that 16 cap, which would be great for a contender. Again, assuming that the Knicks aren't able to get Hartenstein, which they were not going to be able to, and not be able to sign anybody else. I don't know. I kind of think that might be, I don't know if it's a sneaky play, but just something that I wanted to throw out there anyways. I see we got Al Hoare in the house. You got Biggest here, Super Carl K. Preem. Good to see everybody. Just a reminder to Zeely over in the YouTubes. Feel free to come on over to Playback too. I pinned that link into the chat. Come hang out here. That's where the giveaway is going to happen. You can stay on YouTube if you'd like, but that's where the giveaway is happening. Anyway, so just wanted to throw that Mitchell Robinson thought out there. I'm going to go. We'll continue to talk about both of them. But one of the things that I wanted to do was go over to Underdog here for a second, because I think this kind of conversation translates to both. Because I haven't done this now in a while, but I figured we could go over to rankings for NBA. I'm going to clear them all. And I just wanted to kind of go through some of these ADPs, because we were talking about this earlier, right? When you start looking at all of the early guards, whatever, Luka, Shea, Ant-Man, Ja, Hallie, Trey, Brunson, I thought what was kind of sneaky interesting maybe is when we get into this high 32 to 50 range. And is anybody making bets right now on is Trey Young or DeJounte Murray getting traded? And does that get you more excited? Like, should we be, if we think both of those, um, should we be getting both of those? Wait, isn't that also the person that Kevin Porter Jr. abused? Am I making that? Yeah, okay. But anyways, if we're thinking both of those people get moved, or one of them get moved, should we be attacking Trey Young and DeJounte Murray a little bit more? Because obviously that means their offensive output would be a little bit more aggro, right? Because I always shy away from drafting anybody from Atlanta or purchasing anyone from Atlanta unless they are Jalen Johnson. Where would DeJounte land is a great question, Sergio. I don't really know. There's been like it's so weird. One, that this wasn't ironed out before the draft. And two, there's just been like no dialogue around it. I thought there would be so much smoke around Trey and DeJounte right now. Yeah, also comment saying you're Timmy Free now. Yeah, welcome back, Derek Jones Jr. and welcome home, Quentin Grimes. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty spicy. That is pretty spicy. Oh, Jeb's here too. Jeb, come on over to playback. We're trying to boost those playback numbers. Yeah, if you're over on the Sorare YouTube, you can leave that running if you'd like, but come on over here. Let's do a quick rankings. Let's do this right now. And we can kind of talk through some of them if we want. I love that year 2 Wembanyama is going second overall, and I have no qualms about it. I love Luka, so I don't want this to come out on Luka shade. But like when you look at these wings, man, that was a great tweet at Hershey. Yeah, AJ Griffin. I also saw AJ Griffin's going to play in summer league for the Rockets this year. When you look at wings, the drop off is just so fast. So I've been putting Giannis, I think, ahead of Luka. And then we're gonna go Embiid over Shea like that. and then it's gonna be Tatum, AD, Ant, Ja, Sabonis. I'm gonna have Sabonis way in the back from that. And then we're gonna move Halliburton ahead of KD. I actually kind of want to move Barnes ahead of KD, but I'm not going to. And like LeBron, look at how high up LeBron is right now. How do you guys feel about the Knicks situation? Like, how, from a fantasy perspective, whether Underdog, Sorare, DraftKings, FanDuel, wherever, how are you guys approaching the Knicks this year with all those freaking dudes? Because I don't really know what to do with it. You would take Brunson over Barnes, Trey, and LeBron. I wouldn't take him over Barnes only because of how thin the wing position is. That's kind of where I landed on those. That's kind of how I landed on it. And then I'm going to take Randall over JB. Then I'll throw Şengün. Oh no, we'll put Donovan over Şengün. Zion. We'll keep it like that. But yeah, I feel like I should be boosting up some of these Atlanta bros if we think a trade's imminent, you know? I also kind of think we're going to get a Dame bounce back here. I'm not going to take him over Steph, but I think we might get it. All right, it's Hershey likes Dante. We've got Bobby saying avoid the Knicks besides Brunson on Underdog. Their ADPs will fall. All rules. I'll take Randall at 2-3. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel, where if they like Brunson, I do still really love. I feel like regardless, Brunson's going to cook, but I'm a little bit nervous about some of the other Knicks here. All right, let's keep going. Where do you guys think, what's going on with this Paul? I know we talked about Paul George a little bit. I don't really think he lands in Golden State, but man, the vibes have to be kind of bad now. I would think they got to be kind of bad, right? Like even if he goes back, I feel like this is going to be a weird situation. Mike says Golden State's desperate, but desperate for what? Like, how can they not look in the mirror and just be like, man, there's like Paul George does not move the needle. It doesn't. It's not going to move the needle for that team because the Clippers, this is the other thing that I don't know enough people are talking about, right? The Clippers are contending against the Warriors. It's not like the Clippers are in tank mode and are happy to take back some assets that they're going to move off of, right? The Clippers are trying to win right now. So they're not going to take all of your fucking garbage from Golden State to then field a non-competitive team. Like, it's just not going to happen. I don't understand it. Hershey's, the issue is the fourth year. That is the 4th year with that. He's not getting it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I was pretty surprised. I don't know if you guys heard the Denver buzz that Denver was trying to make some Paul George stuff happen. Was trying, yeah, I thought that was kind of, it's not gonna happen, but that they were working on it. Also sounds like Clay might be heading to Denver, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, oh wait, yeah, Bobby, I didn't do it. I didn't sign up yet. Actually, let me enter one right now from my phone, and then what I can try to do is I'll let you guys know when it fills. All right, if you guys want to do this, I'm entering a double dribble right now on Underdog. And again, we're still going to be talking about lots of other shit too. Oh, there's only one more to start. See, now I got to finish my rankings quickly. This was the problem. I shouldn't have deleted my rankings. All right, we're going to go on a wing run here, but I'm going to put I kind of want to put Jalen Johnson ahead of most of these bros. I'm going to go I am going to do that. I'm going to Jalen Johnson. Oh man, it just filled. And then we'll go Bridges, Kuzma, Cat, Kyrie. All right, I got a minute or so, I think, to get the rest of these done. Let's save this right now, and then we can come back to it. Let's see, when do I pick? When do I pick in this bad boy? Let's see who we got. Chip Skylark in this one. Winky Christ. God. Matty Harrison's in here. We'd love to see that. Unc Weisberg's in it. All right, I don't pick till 12, so I got time. I do think we're going to get a pretty big Jaren Jackson. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Harden. No, Harden's staying. Consigliere. Harden's staying. They already said he was staying. I'm taking Harden. I'm going to take Harden above Kyrie and Cat this year, for at least for right now. I do like Jaren, and actually, let's go Mobley, Jaren. We'll go. Actually, I want Miller ahead of Ingram, and then we'll go Bridges, Jimmy, Jamal, Fred. All right, so we're only 53 in. That's tough. That's tough. We're gonna have to pick up the pace here. Let's get a big Josh Giddey year. We got a big Josh Giddey year coming. He's gonna put up bigger numbers than he's used to or into, if you know what I mean. Porzingis is gonna have to drop on ADP quite a bit there. Kuminga, Jabari Smith, Denny. I kind of like that. Let's get Desmond Bain, Kobe White in here. Let's save this again. It's interested in the Bahamas possible Olympic qualifying team. Clay, Ayton, Gordon, Buddy. Yeah, there you go. Bahamanians. We love to see it. I like IQ. Actually, I really want some Amin Thompson too. So we're going to get him in there. We'll get some Derek White. I wonder if we should be drafting Al Horford a little bit earlier than normal now because of this Porzingis not going to be ready until the new year is kind of nuts, right? So that's something to look into. Let's save this again. Dominating. I don't really know what to do with dominating now. Let's move Cam Thomas and Devin Vassell way up here. Then we'll go Garland. Then we'll get Ayton in there. We'll go Murray, Duran, Claxton, CJ. We'll throw Reeves and Hart in there. Let's get some more wings. Tobias Harris still doesn't have a home. That's kind of nuts. It is kind of nuts that Tobias Harris still doesn't have a home. D'Lo looks like he's coming. Top Shot. Now I'm talking about for fucking Underdog, dude. Look where Al Horford's ADP is right now. His ADP is 180th, and he's going to be the first half of that season, man. He's going to be playing. He's going to be playing a ton. Yeah, this is season long. This is for the whole season. All right, we're going to call. I'm going to just go over the draft now. We get 87 guys in there. That's going to have to be enough. Has anybody started to talk Sorare a little bit here for a second? Has anybody been scooping anything on Sorare? Has anybody been buying? I think I might wait till we get some news here in the next day or so, and maybe fire on some stuff here. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, just drop the link is pinned. Come hang out with us over on Playback. That's where it's popping here. Oh, you did some shopping today? What did you end up getting? Yeah, I saw the Daniel Tice stuff today, Mike. I did see that. All right, man. This is my first time picking at the 12 and 13. Let's get a sip in here while we can. So I guess Clay, Paul George, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, those are like the biggest movers, right? In the next like 24 to 48 hours. Super Carl said you've been going to get guys like Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Sharp, Kuzma, PG, and Trey. Yeah. I'm skipping any and Paulo Here, other guys at the same position. They're like, oh, and Paulo. Wait, Bobby, what's your team name? What did you get here, Bobby? Are you in this draft, or do you just mean in general? All right, I am excited to get Ja. I don't want to start guard though. I feel like guard is death now. All right, man, I'm getting so much fucking Kevin Durant. Oh, on this turn, yeah, I got yeah. I just don't. I think it's really. I think the wing position is just a little bit thin this year. But yeah, I was thinking about like trying to scoop some stuff up. I'm actually going to switch screens here while I have a second. I'm going to go over to Sorare cuz it's Hershey. You just reminded me that that those credits run out. Um I forgot that we had that. Auctions actually. Let's see what we got. Anything good on auctions? Al Hoare says, just curious, how much you think I would have to spend to move up to contend and rare next year? Well, it depends what you're trying to do here, man. If you're trying to just like mess around in rare contender, I think you can still I think you don't have to spend too much. Like I think you can, but the problem is you have to continue to spend, right? Because those caps become so important and they fluctuate so much. That you have to continue to spend. But I mean, I do think like for depending on what kind of MVP you get, like I don't know, somewhere between like 5 and 750 USD, I feel like can get you out there. Let me see. What do we got for instant buys? I might not have any credits left. Let me see. Do I have any credits? Nope. All my credits did expire. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else disagrees with that point about how much you need to spend on rare. I guess that like um depends on the person, but Al Hoare said to think the start of contender and yeah, I mean that was my goal was to win an MVP. Unfortunately, it took the entire season to win an MVP because I won a lot of like tier 2s and tier 3s. And I swear to God, man, if they do not make that adjustment to the rewards, I will chuck stuff. I will be really upset if they don't make that sort of adjustment. You were saying tough. Weisberg was saying tough at the wings here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a pretty big drop off. Although I still like this range. I mean, that's why I adjust my ranks as aggressively as I did in the wing position. Supercall said I decided to start rare next season for both champ and contender. Put about 1.2. Okay. Yes, Steve. So I'm going to start throwing furniture off it, I think. Oh, yeah. Like, how low are card prices right now? Like, I know people were saying they were buying stuff. I was actually surprised. I didn't think it was as low as I thought it was going to be. Although the Jokic is at 637. Also, let me ask you guys this because somebody was trying to finesse me on a deal. So if you go to the marketplace now to buy stuff for next season, are you targeting year 1 cards, year 2 cards, or whatever is the cheapest card? Right? Because those boosts are gone in the next few minutes, right? Or in the next few days, if not already. And it's Hershey saying, yeah, rare for me this season, but didn't buy much, kept playing rare contender. Yeah, that's kind of how I was. So you're just taking the highest percentage in general. Okay. So you don't really care. It doesn't really matter to you year to year, right? I was curious because somebody was like trying to do a deal with me and they were like, oh yeah, but the year 2 one is more valuable. It's like, I don't think so. They don't go, yeah, but right, they don't go, but you can't like use them next season, so they like will go away, right? The boost goes away when the new cards come out, right? Not how they do it. What are you guys like? Being realistic now, right? Thinking about I know we're drafting Underdog, and I'm talking so rare, so I hope you guys can do that split brain stuff, which we didn't see from the debate last night. But what would you think like? If you were to make a wish list, because I want to do a video of this about what we see next season, what kind of things are you hoping for? Like what kind of moves? Like, because I know I was screaming about the ability for them to fix the fucking algorithm, so when the awards go out, they're not like you're not getting a tier 2 Tim Hardaway Jr. Biggest was saying oh yeah I thought I explained it. My bad. Yeah, I ended up what was it like 600. Because there was a little bit of an off. It ended up being like 600 in a Wemby. I mean, a 600 and a Giannis for Wemby because I just wanted to have cash loaded up, ready to go for because I know I was going to have to buy some year 3 cards, and I think I don't know, I just kind of I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, 500, 750. I like that. Yeah, Common Man. That probably so. Common Man says for podcast listeners, is someone who has never spent 1 cent on So Rare. I have plenty of fun with common NBA and soccer games, and they haven't enticed me to drop dough. Yeah, I wonder. As Zion just goes off the board, Weisberg with the little Zion grab here. So hold on, I'm gonna double click some wings here, some wangs. We're gonna go Laurie and the Claw because I do think I wonder if Kawhi, like if you think because he did play most of the season until he got hurt at the end. Um, I feel like if no Paul George is there, I kind of like this wing start here. KD, Laurie Markkinen, and Kawhi. Um, yeah, so as someone who's never spent a cent on So Rare, yeah, I wonder if that means they should be changing the game because those games are supposed to entice you to buy, right? I really like it. I think, I mean, outside of best ball, like outside of what Underdog is doing, because I love their daily contests, and obviously I love best ball. The best ball strategy is so fun. I love the week to week aspect of So Rare. Um, I have really enjoyed it, and so I don't even know what to tell you to be like. I'm not saying you should spend money. You don't have to. I think as long as you're having fun with it. But I just like the aspect of the gameplay. Um, all right, it's Hershey saying increase the amount of rares, super rare card mints, daily rivals similar to football, and making our own leagues. Bring back where we had in season 1 to view high scores. Yeah, I know. Those are good because I was hammering the private leagues too. I really like that, and it seemed like everybody loved. Somebody knocked on my door. No, it seemed like everybody loved rivals, and it was coming to the NBA, and then it disappeared. I do think that is a miss. Sorry, I also should be showing it like this. I do think that is a miss. Ooh, Super Carl, another one. Every podium card should have a special trim. Bring back the top scores list. Yeah, okay. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I've been so tunnel visioned on just fixing the rewards. Um They got to do it. Would love to see more monthly tournaments. Really, yeah, I'm with you, man. I really like the IST stuff. I really like the playoff format too. Like, I'm not going to complain about that at all. I thought that was like a fun wrinkle. I love the cumulative contests. I think that's a good time. I really do hope we see more of that as well. I think that would be pretty cool. Um, I do hope we see some of that. I just want to. I think what I'm rooting for more than anything right now, and this is going to sound a little dorky, but I want them to make me feel like they're excited. Um, you know what I'm saying? I want them to seem excited about it. And I don't know if it seems that. And maybe I'm not seeing it, but it to me it doesn't feel like they are that excited about stuff. I wouldn't say they're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're being negative or anything like that, but it does kind of feel like they're checking boxes. Uh, and I mean, right, like I get it. Their football product is incredible and they've got way more people. So that's where the intention should be. But I think I would like to see more people. I don't know. I would like to see them be more jacked up. Do you reckon they will also bring in season comps as well? What do you mean by that? Looking for food in season comps? Because didn't we had in season comps, no? Um, yeah, Premier League in the new season. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Al Hor. It's like we can we'll do it right now. And like maybe I'm wrong and I just don't see it in my algo, but I feel like I feel like my algorithm should have a ton of So Rare stuff in it, right? So let me switch screen. Only new season cards. Oh yeah, I do think we're gonna see that. Um Yeah, Al Hor. I haven't been messing around with baseball too much, but I know lots of people have been and have been really digging it this year. All right, so we had Mr. U at the draft last night, so we did get some draft content. We get some France content. That was fun. All right, so before the draft, what was the last thing that we got? Um, the special editions dropped. All right, so we get some stuff in June here. All right, maybe I'm just not seeing enough. And then there was a week in between. Um, All right, maybe I should take back a little bit more of my sass. But yeah, I want them to make me feel like they're excited, you know? And I know that's dumb. I know that's dumb. But I just feel like I feel like we could use a little bit more of it. Like at least try. At least try a little bit more. Not that they're not trying. I know they're trying. Shout out John. I love John. But you know what I mean. But yeah, people seem to be crushing the baseball stuff. I've heard nothing but good things from them or from people about the baseball product this season. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. Just reminding the people too, if you're watching on YouTube, come on over to Playback where the link is. They should do more creator related stuff. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that they brought in right, because our guy Taylor was the user that was involved with when in play with the content creators. That was fun. All right, so Weisberg starts Paolo, Hallie, Zion, and then gets Paul George. He's on the clock right now. Let's see who he's taking next. All right, I missed it. Shit, why didn't I hate that the desktop version of Underdog stuff? Jared Allen right there. All right. I think we're gonna go. So I was gonna take Desmond Bain here, but I think what I'm gonna do instead is take Kobe White because I have. I'm gonna take Denny and Kobe because I have Ja. I don't really want to take Ja and Desmond Bain. Not that they can't get there, but give myself a little bit more upside with that. So there we go. My start here. We've got 2 guards and 4 wings. We got Ja, Kobe, KD, Laurie, Kawhi, and Denny. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Do we have any visitors here, by the way? Or everybody already members? All members here. You love to see that. Can't wait for the Christian Brown jump. Hey, honestly, let's go look at him over on Sorare for a second. Let's look at Christian Brown because Calvin Booth basically came out and was like, we're probably not going to pay KCP as much as he wants to get paid. So see you later, KCP, the Contavious Caldwell Pope. Why can't I find? There it is. And they seem pretty jacked with Christian Brown. Now, again, they did let's actually look at Clay first because they did mention Clay maybe going there. Clay, $3 for his limited, 32 for his rare. His cap is 30, though. It's not as exciting. Christian Brown, though, 19 for his rare. Is that the cheapest one here? 7%, anything higher than 7%. I'm gonna buy this shit right now. Although, hold on, I should stop. I don't know how much info it's gonna show you when I buy this. I'm buying this Christian Brown right now. Rare Christian Brown. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Welcome back, baby. Somebody said, Jamie, what's up, Jamie? Jamie said, how did the football stream go the other day? England has been so bad. Yeah, we did both of those matches. England was so bad. That was a tough watch. Also, man, the US, dude, Tim Way, what's going on, bro? You can't punch people in the face in the first 10 minutes, my man. Can't do that. Offer rewards for anyone who can podium with team holding the username. Dude, I love that, man. I love that. Yeah, look at there. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Christian Brown, welcome home. I don't know why it showed me that. I was trying to show my club here. But there he is, Christian Brown. Loved it. Loved it. You spent a fortune on tickets. It's the press. Oh, wait, what are you going to the Oh, that's right. You were saying that. Well, listen, yes, it's been disappointing. The good thing that you have going for you right now, Jamie, is all of the dominant countries kind of look bad right now. So I don't think anyone has pulled away really. So I think you might be okay. You might be okay. All right, here we go. We're back to drafting, baby. No, well, I guess Spain's looked fine. Yeah, Spain's looked fine. You know who looks like the best team in the world right now? Uruguay. Uruguay looks insane. Also, right on cue with Hershey. They look insane. It's the fastest team I've ever seen in my life. Nunez is incredible. I want Nunez on. He's the Russell Westbrook. Peak Russ. Washington Wizards Russ. Man. Who plays tomorrow, by the way? Who played for the Euros? What matches do we have tomorrow? I haven't looked at it yet. All right, how many picks away am I? We're still a ways away. So, all right, Weisberg, let's check in with the people in the draft. Paolo, Hallie, Zion, Paul George, Jared Allen, and Bain. There you go, Weisberg. Left you Bain. Who else did we say? Matty Harrison's here. Embiid, Booker, Julius regular season Randle. Actually, I like Randle there, though, just because wings is so tough. Mobley and Giddy, all right. Keegan, Kegels, and then Darius Garland. Nice. Ricky Ricardo in the house. Let's go, Ricky. Yeah, Darwin Nunez is a badass. Germany versus Denmark. Okay. Denmark's kind of a fun story right now, huh? I made a lot of money on and actually I didn't. I didn't make money. I almost made a lot of money on Christian Eriksen scoring. All right. So tonight we have Colombia and Costa Rica, right? And then Paraguay and Brazil. What about tomorrow? Show me tomorrow. All right, Euro 2024. Here we go. Let's see. I hope I don't miss my pick. I'm 12. No, I'm only okay. A couple picks away. All right, tomorrow we got Germany and Denmark, Switzerland, and Italia. That's what we got. It's Hershey saying, what do we think about Cade next season? Yeah, man, I go back and forth. I'm a little bit nervous. I know Tim Hardaway Jr. is really bad this year, but the one thing I will say is that Detroit is in so much need for shooting. And I think and I don't know what they're going to do on free agency, because if KCP just wants to get paid, Detroit can give out a lot of money. Like, they got a lot of range for spending money. If they got, there we go. Good pick, Weisberg. All right. I think I might take DeAndre Ayton here as my first big. And then because we did the video the other night, I think I'm going to take Scoot Henderson here, because I don't think we're going to see Anthony Simons on the team the whole year. So there we go. Those are the two picks. I forgot what I was just talking about. What was I just saying before my pick here? We were talking about, I was just like mid-sentence too. Oh, piss. Yeah. I think if they go spend some money on KCP, or if Asar Thompson all of a sudden can knock down corner threes, or Jaden Ivey, like, they just need shooting, because I do think Cade can be a much better, a much more efficient basketball player. Like, let's actually look at, I know you won't see this, but I'm going to just look up Cade's, let's see, Cade Cunningham's last 20 games. So here are his stats for his last 20. He averaged 23 points, over 7.5 assists, and 5 boards in his last 20 games. Like, he came on pretty strong there, right? So I do think, I kind of like this Ron Holland pick, but he doesn't really stretch the floor either. So I think they have to find some more shooting, just give more space. And then if they do that, I mean, there's no reason that he can't be like what we saw, like a 20, 25 and 8 guy, right? He flirted with a triple-double a couple of times in that run. I only remember that from those days. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I do like Cade. I do. Do we have any guests here? Look at 25 members strong in here today. Who do we got over on YouTube? We got some people. You're still AFC Red. AFC Red, you're over on YouTube. Hey, coming over to Playback if you haven't joined our room yet. Come on over to Playback too. I mean, you can stay on YouTube if you want, but I'm looking at the chat a little bit more. All right, let's see. So you took Chris Middleton with that next pick. That's fine. I don't think I'm taking any Bucks outside of, do you think Brook Lopez is going to be on the Bucks? There you go, Pack Trip. Yeah, let's see. Where did Cam Thomas go yet? Where did he go? Oh, Cam Thomas went before Bane. Wow. Got any W picks? Yeah, I do, Common Man. All right, you know what I like tonight? I like under. So Tina Charles is projected for 31, or the line is 31.5 fantasy points. I want to go under on Tina Charles. I want to go more on Derica Hamby, who is at 36.5 fantasy, 36 fantasy score. And then I want to go over 7 Griner boards. Those are my 3. So over on the Griner boards if it's still 7, over on Amby fantasy score, under on Tina Charles fantasy score. Those are my 3 favorites that I'm firing. Weisberg, who do you think is going to go after Brook? Do you think OKC does it? I'm trying to think of who, I'm trying to think if OKC has another move in them. And now I'm thinking if Hartenstein's really not going to stay with the Knicks because they can't afford him, I want to know who's going to pay him, because he's probably going to get, who do you think was a more valuable big? who will be a more valuable big for the next 4 years? Nick Claxton or Isaiah Hartenstein? Who would you take there? And the reason I ask that is because Nick Claxton, and I know Brooklyn's in a different situation because they had to pay somebody. Nick Claxton just got 4 years, 100 million. So that's 25 million a year. So I'm wondering if Hartenstein gets that same kind of deal. I'm trying to think of who, like, he definitely proved to be so useful in that playoff run. I don't know. Actually, I have to make that bet. The consigliere, but they don't have they can only offer him after that OG deal, they can only offer him like peanuts now. So I don't know, man. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. All right, I got to get that over 36. And what did I say? Under on Tina Charles. What's Tina's number now though? I'm nervous Tina's number went down. I should have made this bet when I saw it earlier. No, we're good. And if you need one more, Dewana Bonner under 7.5 boards. That's the other one. Shout out our guy. Shout out our guy DKDFS for that pick. All right, there we go. We fired that up. I've been doing. You can find. I'm doing it on Underdog right now, but you can also do it on Prize Picks has those too. All right, Bobby's saying the Nets could afford to overpay. Not sure another big like that gets 22. Yeah, but so I think Isaiah, what I was reading was that the Knicks could only offer him like 15 to 16. This is before the OG signing. That they could only offer him 15 to 16 a year or something like that. Excuse me. But I think they were assuming he could fetch up to 20. So probably not 25 a year. Oh, the doggo's awake. What up, pup dog? So he probably can't get 25, but I do think he could get 20. And like, when is he going to get another deal like this? You know what I mean? Like, when is he going to be this hot of a commodity for like a 4-year run? Man, this is why you got to take wings early. You got to take wings early because there's so many fucking guards now. All right, I'm gonna get a little weird here, and I'm gonna double click some guards again. So I'm gonna take Keontae George. Oh, I'm gonna take Mark Williams too, actually. So, all right, I'm gonna go Keontae. Fuck. Yeah. All right. I'll let somebody. I'm gonna go Keontae George and Mark Williams. So I was just about to make a. This is the guy I got queued up right here, Brandon Bajemski. So, all right, if Chris Paul does not, because there's no way Chris Paul is going to be paid $30 million to play on the Warriors. So, like, the only way that option is picked up is if he gets traded right away, right? So wait, I really wanted Jamie. Which Jamie? Which Hold on, what Jamie? What did I miss here? Jaime Hawkins. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, there's so right. It doesn't sound like Clay's coming back. Clay seems like he's a little bummed out with the situation. It doesn't seem like Chris Paul is going to be there. So like, I'm sure Golden State is still going to make a big move, but it seems pretty early. What? Do you just take Koulibaly right now, Weisberg? Did he? All right. What's his ADP right now? Okay, that's not no, that's not bad. That's not bad. I thought we were still like 50 picks early, but no, that's not bad, especially because his ADP hasn't adjusted since Denny Avdia has gotten traded. No, that's not that bad. That's not the ADP hasn't adjusted yet. That's not even that bad. I only said that because my my ranks are now they're not fully done yet. So what WNBA games do we have tonight? What's on tap? Let me check that out. Also, I love that we can stream. I don't know, like Patrick, did you know that we can stream the WNBA now on playback? And I'm assuming it connects to the League Pass. All right, so we only have 2 games tonight. We get the Dream and the Connecticut Sun, and then the Sparks and the Mercury. There you go. I'm still super high on Zion. Actually, let's go over. Let me see how many picks away. I'm still 12 picks away. Let's go back over to Sorare for a second. Let's go check in on Zion. I'm still super. I'm gonna be a sucker for him every freaking year because when he stays on the court, if he can ever figure that part of this game out, he is a menace out there, man. And like when you see his price point, right? Zion's going for under $100. For the rare tier cards, he's going for under 100. Ready? Let's look at people going over 100 right now in the rare tier. So obviously Wemby, we've got Joker, Giannis, Embiid, and then that's it. No, I'm sorry. Why sort this by price? Highest average score. But I want to go high to low, not low to high. Seriously, can we not do it the other way? What? There's got to be a way to do that. Oh my god, why does this suck so much? Lowest price, then go to the last page? You're telling me there's no other way to do that? Hold on, let me just double check when I'm coming up on picks. All right, we still got time. All right, yeah, France is right. All right, so we got Wemby, Luca, Jokic, Facundo Campazzo. We've got Giannis, Embiid, Shea, Hallie, Lively. I mean, that's a little finals inflated. Okay, let's keep going. So Jaylen Brown's more expensive than Zion. Koulibaly's more expensive than Zion. Ant, that makes sense. Brandon Miller, Jaime Jaquez, Amen Thompson, Ja Morant. Would make sense. Sabonis, Donovan Mitchell. I'm more curious what's on the next page though. All right, where we got here? All right, so fucking Kevin Herter, Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Şengün. There's a lot of damn. So when we were talking about can you build a rare squad like this? Yes, you can. Like these are all like tournament winning cards that are, I mean, not cheap, but cheap for like again, we're talking about the rare, right? Would you pick up a Harden or Jalen Green if you could only have one? I would pick up James Harden over Jalen Green. Is that a hot take? How do you guys feel about that? And again, I think I'm a little bit more bullish on him after the news that Russ isn't coming back, and it sounds like Paul George isn't going to come back. All right, we're back on the clock. We took a big last time, so we're not going to do that again because we got Mark Williams and DeAndre Ayton. So let's unclick that. I don't really want to take Andrew Wiggins, but look how gross the wings are here afterwards. We'll click Benedict Mathurin. Actually, no, we're going to go Jalen Suggs here because Jalen Suggs had a solid year. So let's take Suggs. And then I actually think we're going to take Cam Whitmore next, which I don't know why it looks so bad. But I do think I like Cam Whitmore. I think he's going to see some more time this year. Although I know he's playing in Summer League. This might be a dumb pick. Whatever. High upside pick. We already have Kevin Durant, Lowry, Kawhi, and Denny. So now I'm just looking for moonshots here at this point. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. That makes me feel better. Do you think Luke Cornett will end up somewhere else? Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, I don't think they can pay him. Can you do a 100 rare team? I mean, right now the prices are too messed up because of the teams that made it to the finals. But yeah, I mean, there were, I don't know, I'm probably not to win contender, but I feel like you could cash in contender with a relatively cheap team. 100 might be too cheap. 100 might be too cheap. So I don't know. Love getting Buzelis. I think he has a strong chance for rookie of the year in a bad class. Mike, I think that's a hot take. I actually am nervous he's not going to play a ton. But I'm rooting for you. Pack Trip said Dennis Schroeder could cook this season 30 minutes a game. Yeah, well, I mean, once this is the thing with Brooklyn this year, right? Is that whatever if they're doing anything to win games, they're going to change it up, right? Because they are trying to plant their Cooper flag. So I'm going out on the limb that I agree with that there, Pack Trip. As long as they don't do good. If they do good, somebody's going to get a lingering hamstring injury or something. But I think I need to look at their roster because I also am kind of intrigued by Day'Ron Sharpe this year too. They were using him a little bit more down the stretch, and I'm trying to think of a good comp for him. Honestly, maybe it's a little Mitchell Robinson-esque, and I know they're not the same player, but in the sense that he got out there and it was like it was a block and steal party. It was just like quick points, quick fantasy points, that is. I don't know. For people who watch the Nets, does anybody watch the Nets more than me? Like go ahead and Clowney. Okay, could be Clowney. That's true. That's a good call. Bobby was saying Whitmore and Easton, two guys I'm targeting. Yeah, I think people forget. I think people forget about Tyree Easton only because he got hurt, but he was a menace out there too. He was a menace. Houston's going to be such a fascinating team because they just have so many defensive athletic dudes, right? Where, their backcourt could straight up be Reed Shepard and Amon Thompson. I know it's not going to be because Fred VanVleet is out there. And so is Jalen Green. I don't know. I just think their team is going to have so many dynamic looks. I don't know. We'll see. Weisberg says he wonders how much time he gets. The reason I think he's going to get time is because they don't have anybody that can shoot the ball, and they are in desperate need of just somebody who can knock down threes. Jabari Smith, yeah, that's another one. That's what I'm saying. Houston Rockets, just a bunch of dudes, man. Just a bunch of dudes. Yeah, so I don't even know. Who are the guards on their team? Red Wolf says, so how does this playback thing work? Red Wolf, you've already figured it out. You're here, baby. Red Wolf, are you AFC Red from YouTube? Hell yeah. You found it. You made it, man. You're already here. Yeah, so I don't even know who the Nets have for guards right now. Is it just Dennis Schroeder and our guy Scam Thomas? Is that it? Also, we get 26 up in here. None of you guys are guests or visitors. I love it. Jayshawn Derulo Tate. Yeah, the Houston re-signed him too, right? Or like picked up his option, whatever it was. Oh, they just got AJ Griffin too. I can't believe Atlanta gave up on AJ Griffin. Like, what happened? What did AJ Griffin do? Like, I want to know. Like, I need a behind the music on AJ Griffin because he looked good that rookie year when he got time, and then he disappeared. I know it was weird, but I think it was weird that he didn't play all year. All right, Jordan Clarkson. I wonder who Jordan Clarkson's going to be playing for. I don't really love any of these. Walker Kessler sounds like he's going to get traded. I don't mind Draymond here. We'll take Draymond. That was like 14 after ADP. I kind of want Gigi Jackson next, maybe. Yeah, most of these rookie wings don't make sense. We'll take Gigi Jackson next. All right, I like this squad right now. Red Wolf said, so rare NBA never works out for me. What happened? So what happened with your squads? What happened with your squads, Red Wolf? Are you doing okay in the football side of things? I need to figure out some more guys to buy on So Rare. I'm like looking at that. Let's go back over and look at this list here. I think you can build a very competitive team in limited though on a budget. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the rare prices, but like, yeah, Zion 93. We scroll down a little bit further. Dame's 90, LeBron 85, Scotty Barnes. I know his cap is 43. I think we'll see some big Scotty Barnes stuff this year. Maxi's at 75. Yeah, some of these prices don't make sense. DeJounte Murray, man, his cap's high too. I am expecting a pretty big Mobley season. Jay Blaze says, my only gripe with Sorare NBA is like the last 6 weeks of the season when the G Leagues and 10th through 13th man are the ones to play. Yeah, that part is frustrating. Although I will say, you know what, Jay Blaze, and maybe it's just because you watch a lot of Brooklyn Nets basketball. We saw a lot less of that the past like 2 years, mainly because everybody was still kind of in it except for a handful of teams. I mean, you are right that like when Portland starts tanking the last 2 weeks of the season, you got to do it. So that's fair. Oh, I get it, Red Wolf. I get it. I feel like I was just going to say something else too, and I totally forgot. Super Carl says, PJ Washington, Lou Dort, Hartenstein, Russ, and Obi, 119 cap for 102. Best I come up with. That's pretty good. Super Carl. All right, let's do some roster checks here. Matty Harrison, what do we got? We got Joel Embiid, D-Book, Julius regular season Randle, Evan Mobley, Josh Giddey, Keegan Murray, and then he goes Garland, Poole, Keldon Big Body. I wonder if he's still on the Spurs at the end of the season. Irby Jones, Stephon Casale, Corey Kispert, Io, and Grayson Allen. Weissey's got Paolo, Hallie, Zion, Paul George. I like that start. Jared Allen, Desmond Bain, Devin Vassell. Fun. Then Middleton, Dante, Bilal Koulibaly, Matis Buchelis, Andrew Wiggs, Clarkson, Dalton Connect. There you go. There you go. I don't hate Connect there. I was looking at Connect, but went the GG Jackson route. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot I gotta fire up a little give here in a second. I'm gonna hang till 7 though. I think I'm gonna fire like as long as you guys want to keep hanging out. I'll keep hanging out. And we'll do a giveaway here in a second, and then I don't know, we can do another one of these drafts. We can look at some pick'ems. We can do whatever you guys want to do. But I think I'm gonna do it for another hour as I fire up the giveaway that we'll do at the end of this draft. Look at all these fun people here. Common Man, Jeb, Consigliere, goodness. Consigliere, how many BBMs are you in to on the Best Ball Mania? How many did you get to so far? Got Matic Autos here. Stan Love's in the house. Let's go, Stan. Stan, I feel like I was gonna tell you something. Oh yeah, congrats on Jimmy Butler coming back. That's exciting. We got the Chiefs here, Pack Drip in the house, Hershey. Hershey's probably going to win and then not take the giveaway. That's usually how he rolls. Super Carl's up in here. Somebody put in the chat too if it is my turn to pick. Boston base here, Biggest 267. Biggest 267 won some Philadelphia 76ers tickets next year. Hell yeah. Zeely's up in the house. Let's go, Zeely. I feel like I haven't seen Zeely in a while. Mainly it's because we haven't played. We got Al Hoare in the house, Melon and Saft. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. We got Red Wolf, 111, DJ Chander, and our guy Barbie Stats Kids. All right, cool. Let's see. Oh, then I did that in good time. It's almost my pick again. Melon and Saft. Melon and Saft. Sorry. See, sometimes I just need to see it differently. You've got Tollers. You've had 50 little drafts in. Okay, there we go. Red Wolf. This is called Underdog. It's they do some different pick'em stuff, and they do this thing called Best Ball where we draft one time for the entire season. So I was trying to get above board on Lonzo Ball this season, but I think that's going to be a mistake. We're not going to do that anymore. So let's try to find a guard here as I'm running out of time. We only got a few seconds left. Oh, this is an ugly part of the draft. How about Carlton Carrington? Let's take a shot on this guy. Let's take a shot on Bub Carrington. And then we've got another pick. This is my last pick, I think. So we have 6, 6, and 3 right now. Let's do some scrolling. Man. Let's throw Peyton Watson in there too. We'll take Peyton Watson with a late round flyer. Let's do it. Thoughts on Brogdon, Bub? Oh, there we go. You asked on thoughts on Brogdon and Bub, and then I took Bub. I don't think Brogdon is good. Does anybody think Brogdon is going to be on the Wizards for very long? Right? He gets moved, right? And I kind of wondering what they do with Kuzma. So looking at Washington, like I think Kispert's still going to be out there quite a bit. Obviously, I like Koulibaly. I think all the rookies are going to get shots. Like it seems like Washington's finally figured out like not to try, you know. Super Carl, is your first rare lineup the one that you put into the chat earlier? All right, so this is my final squad here. We got Ja, KD, Lauri Markkanen, Kawhi, Denny Avdia, Kobe White, DeAndre Ayton, Scoot, Keontae, Mark Williams, Jalen Suggs, Scam Wetmore, Draymond Green, Gigi Jackson, Carlton Carrington, Bub, and then Peyton Watson. Weisberg went Paolo, Hallie, Zion, PG Tree, or 13. Jared Allen, Desmond Bain, Devin Vassell, Chris Middleton, Dante, Bilal, Busace, Wiggins, Clarksonian, Dalton Connect, Al Horford, and Wendell Carter Jr. And then Matty Harrison, he's on the clock for the last pick right now. Embiid, Booker, Randall, Mobley, Giddey, Murray, Garland, Poole, Keldon, Herb, Castle, Kiss, Pert, Io. Actually, you want to know what might be the steal so far of the draft? With pick 173, Matty Harrison got Onyeka Okongwu. I feel like that is a really good late round pick there. And then the last pick, Jakob Pertl. So how many bigs was that? 4 bigs? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Super Carl says, I like your team, Weisberg. I like it. I feel like you yeah, you got four bigs, which makes sense because your first one was Zion, I think. I think if your first, like, I know Maddie did it, he took four bigs, but I think if your first big is one of Jokic, Wemby, Embiid, Sabonis, or AD, I think I'm only taking three bigs. Um, Only because, like, you only have to play one of them. I don't think it's a bad pick, by the way. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but that's what I would do. So I think you taking four is fine. I don't really love Middleton, but I don't know what else you were going to do there. I think we have differing opinions on what Bucelis is going to do, but I don't think that's fine. I like Connect Late. I like Al Horford. Wendell Carter Jr. is steady enough. Yeah, good shit. All right, let's give away a rare tier card here. Let's give away a rare tier card. Let me figure out what it's going to be first. Let me look at my club. Actually, I'll share screen so you can see the wheel. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. I know it says Kyrie Rare. It's not a Kyrie Rare that's being given away. BT dubs. All right, let's see. Excuse me. Let's see my cards. Let's see. Why don't we give away let's see. Why don't we give away? We were just talking about Onyeka Okongwu. Nah, Quentin Grimes. He just got traded. Quentin Grimes, baby. Dallas finest Quentin Grimes. Don't worry. We're going to do another one of these as well, too. There we go. There you go. DJ Bean meeting with Michael Rubin. How about that? All right. I think we should have everybody here. Let me just double check. If I don't say your name right now, let me know in the chat. Get ready. We got Maddie Harrison, Sneeps, Drew. Wait, is Drew? Yeah, Drew NFT TV, Jay Blaze, Weisberg, Consigliere, The Common Man, actually Jeb Bush, Ricky Ricardo, Stan Loves, Matic Auto, Pack Drip, it's Hershey, Chief, K Preemy, Ronner, Super Call, Boston Base, Biggest, Looking for Food, Zeely, Al Hoare, Melanin Saft. Oh, man, I suck. Red Wolf, 111. DJ Chander. We got Bobby Stats in here, and then I just saw Reese arrived, right? Let me get you in there, Reese. Shout out Reese in the house, baby. All right, we'll add you there. And then if anybody's watching on YouTube, I don't think so, probably. But if you're on YouTube and not in the giveaway, you got to get to playback for the giveaway. Did I give everyone else? There we go. Dapper finally figured it out, you think? There we go. Dapper's back, baby. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, let's see. All right, cool. Let's do it. Also, did you guys see the Nick Vonleh stuff from his time with the Shanghai Sharks? I don't know, like, how real it is, but, like, that was a crazy, crazy story. All right, who did I say this is for? Quentin Grimes, Top Shot Comman's favorite player. This is the rare tier. Let's see. Winner, chicken dinner. Who's it going to be? Who? Reese or Bobby? Reese. Reese comes in at the last minute like a thief in the night, Reese. Hell yeah, good win. Reese, put your name in the chat. I'm going to do one more giveaway too towards the end. I don't know. Do we do one more double dribble? What do you guys want to do? Do we want to mess around more in the so rare stuff? Where do you guys want to hang out? I'm down for whatever. I'm here till 7 though. I wanted to do a little 2-hour bangaroo, so I'm down to do whatever. We'll get another double dribble. All right, Reese, put your so rare name into the chat so I can send this to you. All right, I'm going to enter another double dribble. So if you guys want to play along, we'll see how long this one takes to fill. Sometime, and maybe we can figure out another pick 'em too. All right, there you go. You sent me your. I should have known that by now. I've sent you enough shit over the time. You know what I'm saying? All right, 1, 2, 3. Enter in the double dribble. Let's see how many more how long it's going to take to fill here. We're looking for 10 more, so this might be some work. Stances, will you be able to stream the Olympic qualifiers? Red Wolf, the double dribble is the thing that we were just doing right there. It's on Underdog. Wait, hold on. I'm going to get, those are good questions in the chat. I'm going to just send our guy Reese's Quentin Grimes right now. I always forget that I have to go to the user. Normally I click the card, and once I click the card, I go to like send it to them. But I forgot you have to go to like the user's place and then like their account to do it. All right, Quentin Grimes, rare Quentin Grimes from year 1, baby, when the Knicks had high hopes. All right, just sent it. All right, let's go. Yeah, sure, man. You can jump on if you want. Let me hold on one second though. Let me do. All right, this one might not fill in time, but I'll leave the double dribble up for a minute. Hold on, let me do this. So if you guys want to jump in, you can. Yeah, Mike, jump on whenever. Will you be able to stream the Olympic basketball qualifiers? I hope so. It seems like they're figuring this stuff out a little bit more quickly. So I am hopeful that they're able to do that. Whoa, look at that. Can you guys see it? Mirror, camera, mirror, camera. I feel like I'm in a Severance. All right. I don't know if if only I can see that, but either way, that's fun. All right, let me take this. Why won't it let me take spotlight mode off? There we go. What's up, Mike? Oh, wait, I don't have my headphones on. LOL.
And I don't have my lighting right, so it's all good. There we go.
All right. Wait, no, I still can't hear you.
Still can't?
Can you guys hear Mike? Wait, whoa, this is what the fuck? Hold on. All right, say something now.
Yeah.
All right, that was weird. I think that was on my end. Oh, it's Hershey sent a card. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, one more thing before you jump into that, Mike. Let's do this real quick because Drew put in there. So you said you like Bucelis for a little dark horse for Rookie of the Year. Who do you think? Because this is kind of a fun Rookie of the Year to talk about because there's no clear winner really. Who do you like? Anybody specifically? I know you mentioned Bucelis. So do you have two other ones?
The Bucelis thing is more about vibe and opportunity because I think he is going to get real opportunity in Chicago. And I do think they're rebuilding towards potentially something, more of a youth movement. Although it's weird, we don't really know what they're doing with DeMar. They still probably need to trade Vooch. The Giddey trade was odd in and of itself and kind of the way they did it. But I just like Bucelis' kind of demeanor. Like the fact that dude literally was like, you know what? Zach Edey wouldn't play me. He's a bitch, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. Like, I don't know that the opportunity is fully there, but I love that. I think Sorare is going to get the most opportunity in Washington.
Yeah.
So just on a stats basis, he's probably the most likely guy.
If Zach Edey finishes with 15 and 8 a game and the Grizzlies are a 4 seed, does he win?
Yeah. Well, he's got the name attached to it too, right?
Yeah.
Like there is an element of that with Edey where, that's the 2-time player of the year. And a guy who went to the national title game. Like, I don't know that Klingon's going to be offensively productive enough.
There's just so many bigs there too. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. I just, like, in terms of this class, you may see, like, one of the rookies, like, even someone like Terrence Shannon Jr. could come up bigger, or Rob Dillingham could win. Like, this feels like it's not going to be a top 3 guy necessarily. It feels like someone in, like, that 8 to 16 range. Even Dalton Connect, who I took late in that draft. Like, if Connect has a monster year with the Lakers and they're, like, a 5 seed, could he win Rookie of the Year? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a 5 seed for the Lakers.
Unlikely.
Yeah. Someone it's Hershey said, do you think he gets 15? I kind of think he's going to be pretty efficient just because I think he's going to get so many easy buckets.
Yeah, I agreed on that. Otherwise, like, this draft was such a crapshoot, and even the guys that went in the second round, which is going to get us to Filipowski. How much of this story have you followed?
I mean, just this, probably the same stuff everyone else. Like, introduced to it by Gavoni randomly saying something on the low post. Then there's a couple tweets about it. Then one brother tweeted about it. Then another brother DM'd somebody to confirm that the tweets were real. Yeah, it's just
and the moms tweeted about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently, this came out this morning. I'm posting the tweet in the chat. So just so people have context, the original part of this is a Kyle Filipowski who played at Duke, who actually came back this year to Duke to potentially be a top 10 pick. Falls all the way out of the first round. And people were like, why is he falling? Like, he's a 6'10 dude who can shoot. He's a perfect modern NBA big. Why is he falling? Well, one was his age. And two were kind of these family rumors that were kind of undefined and people didn't know what was happening. And Jonathan Givony on the low post kind of referenced it in the first post-draft pod with Zach Lowe. And he's like, yeah, people have concerns about his girlfriend. And Zach Lowe like stops the pod and he's like, hey man, what do you mean there are concerns about his girlfriend?
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy thing. Like, I kind of think honestly, the way that it's been covered is pretty weird. Because
Yeah.
here's the thing that not that I don't like. No, they didn't find out Wednesday night
Right.
that this was happening. So I think it is weird to at no point it come up pre-draft. And I know it's a delicate thing, like how do you even talk about it? But it's weird to just be like, I can't believe he fell. Why did he fall? And then it comes out like that, and then it's reported in this manner. And I know it's like I think it's such a delicate situation.
And then on top of that, he goes to Utah.
I mean, that's fucking
that's just the icing on the cake.
That's wild. But it does read like, I mean, any sort of like cult style weird documentary that you've ever watched on Netflix. Like that's exactly how this whole story sounds.
Well, like, so I think that there's an element of younger guy hooking up with an older woman. And I think initially people like 18-year-old me would have been like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you would have been fucking 18, Mike.
Exactly.
Like, different.
Exactly. As an adult, I'm like, this woman was how old when she met him and was babysitting him? What are we doing?
Well, and Jay Blaze in the chat too is saying like, well, Duke's coaching staff low key was they were hiding it, right? I mean, it sounded like it, and it sounded like so she went down and like bought an apartment that they lived in together off campus, and he didn't really hang out with the team or anything like that. That's what I mean. I just can't believe I can't believe none of this has come out.
Like she graduated from Alabama in 2018 and went to his high school prom. That's 4 years later.
Well, she's 8 years older than him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's a why like look, you and I have been around long enough to see like wild draft stories. This is like Monte Teo level of crazy. Yeah. Like it's not the Heisman Trophy winner dating a fake girlfriend, but man, it is close-ish.
Yeah, I wish there was a better way to talk about it, because like this is truly, I mean, the way that the story's coming out, I mean, this is like all sorts of fucked up. And and what sucks is it's coming out on the reason it came out was because he didn't get drafted in the first round. If he got drafted in the first round, none of this comes out. Or at least not in the manner.
Maybe if he gets drafted to Utah in the first round, it comes out.
No, but even like, so, right, if he was projected to go anywhere between like 20 and 25, right?
Yeah.
If he goes there, it's not coming out that night.
Probably.
Right, because the only reason it came out was people started asking questions, why did he fall in the draft?
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. And look, it's kind of unreal because we've seen guys fall for lots of reasons in the draft. Like off the court stuff happens pretty regularly. This is a pretty unique circumstance.
It's wild,
relatively speaking.
Yeah.
It's just the only thing that like is crazier to me is that his family kept being like, yeah, we've like DM'd different people and no one wants to talk about it with us.
Yeah.
And that's the like, no journalist was like, hey, this is pretty weird.
And I mean, and it truly is one of those things where like the kid doesn't talk to his family anymore. Like,
what it reminds me a little bit of is there are elements of kind of the Aaron Rodgers story, right?
Yeah.
Like before people kind of realize who Aaron Rodgers kind of was and is, they're like, oh, you're a crazy person. You happen to be a high functioning athlete, but you are a crazy person.
Yeah. Well, we blamed everyone else.
Right. And his family was cut off from him.
Yeah.
And like when he was dating Danica Patrick, which by the way, you want to talk about in retrospect, high levels of crazy. Have you seen the Danica Patrick stuff over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah. No. I haven't seen it. What was the Danica Patrick stuff?
Just Google her name and you will find out. Basically, she has a podcast where she had someone come on, and that person was describing Justin Bieber and other celebrities as shapeshifters. She was agreeing, saying that apparently people get Men in Blacked with a memory erasing machine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is she still dating Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
But apparently, like, she's had a bunch of conspiracy theorists on her podcast. A bunch of like really cringy bad stuff has come out of those podcasts. But all time crazy level boyfriend girlfriend there. Like, no wonder his family was like, you know what, we're good.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna leave this draft, FYI. I'm gonna jump in one of these. There are these NFL drafts called the Schnauzers, who they're like $3 and there's like 10 seconds on the clock. So I'm just so we have something to do while I'm not waiting, because it's gonna take forever to get into one of those. So I'm gonna enter one of these. Not that anyone else has to, but just so we have something to do. Yeah, that was a crazy story. I just think it's so weird how it was covered or how it wasn't covered, and now we're talking about it. And like, to the not to be that kind of person, but like, it sucks it was this dude's night that he got drafted. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing that you have worked your entire life for.
Yeah.
The shining moment, the thing that you dream about when you're playing NBA 2K.
Right.
And that becomes a nightmare night where your family, who you've cut off for some reasons, are like, make that night a nightmare for you. So I get it on both sides of it.
It's crazy. How insane is the Bronny dialogue right now?
It's
no. Let me get this take out here. I was workshopping this take with Kelsey last night. I think I'm just pro nepotism, guys.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'm pro nepotism. You know what? They have known it their whole life. Of course, they're going to be a little better at it.
Well, here's the other part of it that I think is funny. Like, this is the NBA. Like, I understand. Like, I thought Woj and Stephen A were being a little too over the top in talking about nepotism.
Yeah,
but like, if we're being honest, the NBA is filled with lots of nepotism. So it's like, are we really pearl clutching over the 55th pick in the draft? Going to go play with his dad? Like, who cares?
I thought Dan Devine's tweet was hilarious last night that I retweeted. I'll drop this into the chat. Here we go. Red Wolf said, I honestly don't know if Bronny's going to get some minutes, and he'll get minutes in the way that a team, like in garbage time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for audio listeners, Dan Devine tweeted, I find the Lakers nepotism unseemly. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to congratulate Leon Rose, who used to be the agent of Rick Brunson, who was an assistant coach and the father of Jalen Brunson, whose godfather is Leon Rose, and his agent is Sam Rose on reviving the Knicks.
They're not. By the way, just a quick note on that. The agency that they used to work for has like 5 Knicks on the team.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, the NBA is a really incestuous circle.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. And the idea that people are like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And it was pick 55, man. Like, go look at the list of picks. The only notable one, there's 2. Eton Moore and Luis Scola from like the last 20 years. Like, most of the guys don't play anyway. So, you know what? If you're scratching LeBron's back, and hey, if LeBron turns around and doesn't require the 3-year max that he's been saying and saves you 10 to 15 million, so now you have the mid-level exception, it was well worth taking his kid at 55 then.
Like
Jay Blaze, if Thanasis is in the league, anyone can be in the league.
Exactly.
Bravo. They should
do.
That's how they fix All-Star Game weekend. Have Thanasis and Bronny play one-on-one at halftime.
Look, as long as you're related to an NBA player, or you see it in college a ton too. Like, with Michael Porter Jr., when he was being recruited to Missouri, his dad was an AAU coach. Yeah. Do you know where he ended up going? His dad ended up becoming a coach on Missouri's staff. Yeah. Why? So they could get Michael Porter Jr. and Jonte. Sorry.
Yeah, he should have been at home with Jonte. That's right. And Alex Antetokounmpo, also an NBA champ. That's right. And the Lakers stashed him so that they would hope Giannis someday would go to LA.
Right. Like, This is the process. And the
Yeah.
idea that people are like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Who gives a fuck? It's not your money. It's not your team. And like, if he's taking up space on the bench for a two-way guy, okay, cool. Like, enjoy playing for the South Bay Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. Also, J.R. Smith's brother. I forgot. Damian Lillard's cousin, right? Didn't he have a two-way?
Mm-hmm. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Heck, the Celtics almost signed Jason Tatum's best friend.
That's right.
And they have Emil Jefferson, who played with him at Duke, who's now a coach.
I love it.
So, like, settle down, guys.
Yeah. Does Brian play for the G League? Yeah, he'll definitely play for the G. Oh no, for the G League. Sorry, I meant Summer League. Summer League.
He certainly will play for the Summer League team. I think he'll end up doing some G League stuff though.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's part of the process.
Yeah.
I don't think JJ's named his coaching staff yet.
Get Rondo though. I want to see Rondo at Summer League, baby.
So Rondo is likely going to be on the staff. I wonder if James Borrego is going to be on the staff, given he turned down the Pistons job.
Man, that Pistons job is thankless. Nobody wants it. Yeah, I can see that. Or the Cleveland staff. They probably need to get staffed. I feel like he'd fit in well over there.
Well, word is Donovan Mitchell didn't want him, which is why he didn't get the head coach.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that seems unlikely.
Yeah, I'd be curious if he would take the assistant job. They need to get some old dudes too. Like they should go throw a ton of money at Sam Cassell or something. But
Sam is now going to be the lead assistant.
Oh yeah, because Jeff left too, right? That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also saw Jared Dudley was on a short list, but I know Dallas loves Jared Dudley, so I wonder if
I think he goes back to the Lakers as like an associate head coach.
Yeah, I love Jared Dudley, man.
He is very well liked around the league.
Yeah, I always loved
players and like league executives both like him a lot.
Yeah, his podcast appearance was always really fun. If you had to pick either 1 or 3, Sneap's 3. I'd pick 3. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Bronny stuff is silly. I'm just glad it's
stupid.
Yeah.
To me, it's a one-day story, and the one day is the first day that they play together.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Oh. Otherwise, it's another famous NBA player whose son is playing now. It's dope that you get to play with your dad.
Yeah.
I also think that's kind of like weird. Like, there's got to be an element of like you're on the road and you go out with some of the younger guys on the team, like him and Dalton Connect go out,
right?
And his dad's waiting by the hotel room, being like, "What were you doing?"
Right.
That I wouldn't be cool with that, but
Yeah, it's Hershey. That's funny. Take your son to work day for 82 games. That is funny. That's
I will tell you this: the Paul George stuff is at least real in the Bay Area. I don't know if it's going to happen, but
I believe that they really want it to happen. I just don't believe. I don't see a world in which the Clippers are accepting money. You know, I mean, garbage, like salary dumps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, if Mikal Bridges, I almost said Miles, if Mikal Bridges went for 5 firsts, if you're the Clippers, you're like, you got to give us 3.
Right.
And the Warriors only have 6 future firsts right now.
But but I don't think the Clippers want first round picks.
Oh, I think they want Kuminga and picks. Kuminga, Wiggins, and picks would be the deal. Or CP, Kuminga, and picks.
But don't you agree? I guess maybe that's closer, but that they're trying to win right now.
Sure.
So and this is a competitor. I just don't see it happening.
I agree with you generally, and I think Ballmer's an asshole.
Yeah.
You don't become as rich as that dude has become without having some level of competitive nature to you, and you see it on the sidelines. I'm sure he's like, if it's going to be the Warriors, we're going to get them for every dollar we can.
Yeah.
Every asset, every player, everything that we can do. Isn't Kuminga just Terrence Mann with some extra boost?
That's great. I love that. It's Hershey. That's great.
Wow. Well, you want Hershey? You want to know the difference between Jonathan Kuminga and Terrence Mann? Jonathan Kuminga is going to make at least $100 million more in his career than Terrence Mann ever will.
Probably. And most of it might come in his next deal, and that's it. Though yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I believe that Golden State will offer him a deal that on paper makes sense. I just don't see the Clippers accepting it unless it's like, man, because they were hearing that Paul George might go to Denver, or that Denver was sniffing around, right? Denver can at least offer
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, like Michael Porter Jr. Like and Michael Porter Jr., who has his flaws for sure, but makes a little bit more sense with that Clippers current roster construction. I don't know. I'm torn on it. I don't really understand. I got to get these picks lined up right away. We're going to go Ramondre and then Cortland Sutton here back to back. I actually I don't know if Consigliere, yeah, you're still here. Look at this squad, dude. Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. Then we got Cook, Stevenson, Garrett Wilson, Harrison, Rome, Cortland, come on. Common Man says, does Draymond move anywhere? No, I think it's pretty clear. I'd be surprised if Draymond moves. I think it's pretty clear right now that it is going to be Clay that is gone. And then Chris Paul is going to be gone. And then if they do make a big trade, it will be Wiggins or Kuminga or both. But
or
I think
CP.
I was already saying I think Chris Paul is gone no matter what. I just don't think there's a world in which they're paying Chris Paul $30 million this year.
Well, agreed on that. The only question on Chris Paul is whether you trade him or you let him walk for the $5 million.
Right.
Because his deal is guaranteed for the $5 million buyout.
Right.
I'm a little shocked we didn't hear anything about since he agreed to push it out to the weekend. I wonder if he had agreed to be like, I want to make the buyout higher. Because you could do that.
Right.
You can commit to a slightly higher buyout to agree to push out the date. But
to be that makes sense. That makes sense.
Jeb, to be fair to you, you have had since I've known you for the last 3.5 years, your hate for Chris Paul knows no bounds. So shout out to you, sir.
I gotta get the next giveaway ready too, by the way. Let me do that. So if you're still here, you'll be in there. But I know that this draft is moving so fast. I got to do it. Weisberg, I'll leave you in the giveaway, even though you're on screen right now.
By when we'll just reshoot it. It's whatever.
Do you think we get that? Cause we should get that Paul George stuff figured out pretty much this weekend, right? Like one way or the other. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If he opts in, then it's a good indication that he wants to be traded, and he does give him a little bit of leverage.
Yeah.
If he opts out, then the Clippers are screwed, and he's going to like Philly or Orlando. He can't really do anything else. Opting in is the best choice for him because then it still leaves him the option to get signed and traded elsewhere if he wants to. So if he wants to get do a sign and trade with Orlando, he could do that.
So let's say, do you think Orlando is actually on the table?
I mean, they're willing to do the max 4 years, reportedly. I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't, right? He doesn't line up with their timeline, but he would give them the kind of star that they want next to Paolo and Franz.
Yeah, I can't tell if he'd want to do it. I'm like so confused about what Paul, this sounds so weird. I don't know what Paul George wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't figure out.
He doesn't want to leave California.
Right. And so, I don't get it. I don't get it. Because the Orlando one thing makes sense to me, but it does sound like the Clippers have kind of put their foot in the sand or drawn their line in the sand. And they're like, we're not going to pay you. We're not going to give you the deal that you want to give. And so I don't know if Paul George caves and he's just like, fine, I'll take the 3 years, stay with the Clippers. Or if he really is like, no, I'm out of here. And if he's out of here, I just wish he would go to a better. I don't think Golden State makes sense. I just I wish he would go to Philly almost because I do think Philly makes sense.
Well, here's the thing with going to Philly. When have we ever known Paul George to actually want the pressure and actually want the smoke?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
It's a little hot takey of a take, relatively speaking. Yeah. But if he goes to Golden State, there's less pressure. Stays in California, pays the same tax rate, and yes, if he wins, he gets all the praise of winning a title with Golden State potentially. Even if they make the playoffs and do well, he gets that praise, and he can still do his podcast in LA, or he can do it up here, whatever. He goes to Philly, and immediately he becomes like, Oh, Philly's got a chance. They're competing for a title right now.
Yeah. Jeb said, shouldn't he go to Philly then if he gets into the second round? It's a successful season.
Well, I think the key would be getting past the second round for Philly. I mean, that would be the goal.
That's
But,
good. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want him to go somewhere else. I feel like it'd be a little bit more fun. I also kind of want him to leave because I do think the Clippers are going to be in a full-on crisis if he does go. Like they are fucked.
So I understand objectively why Philly's like, hey, we're not giving you a full 4-year max.
Yeah.
What I don't understand, and the reason is basically for collective bargaining reasons, you don't want to go into the second apron. It can really limit you long term, not because of the money penalties, but because of like all the structural reasons that make your roster construction really difficult. But also from a business perspective, you're going into a brand new building.
Right.
Like, who cares about the roster construction? You should be worried about selling out your new stadium.
Right.
So, like, I understand the thought process on its own, but it feels like they're kind of in their own heads. Like, this feels like something that, like, is not Steve Ballmer specific. I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah, I don't get it at all.
Jeb's saying they're going to sell out the new stadium just fine. That shit is pimp.
Have you checked it out yet, Jeb? You checked out all the toilets? Wait, all right. Consigliere says it's more smoke than fire. So you think Paul George is just coming back? I don't know. I felt that way, Consigliere, until this afternoon. That Windhorse reporting this afternoon made me a little uneasy with what is going on. Because Windhorse basically was like, I don't know why the Clippers don't care if Paul George leaves. And now that to me was like an alarming statement. I don't know.
That's a great tweet.
I was going to say, did we get any more Woj bombs today or this afternoon?
I think so.
No, just Landry Shamet moving his $11 million guarantee date to July 13th. You know what? Both Biden and Trump said the economy's in the pooper right now. Is it that bad if Landry Shamet's getting 13 million or 11 million, whatever it was? We're fine, baby. We're fine.
You know what's funny about when we talk about this? I'm just going to completely skip over the political discourse right now. When we looked at this CBA, people were like, man, CJ McCollum and Grant Williams really took an L on this CBA. Guys, Emmanuel Quickley is making $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Quickley. He's making, to put this in perspective, I said this during the draft show, and we actually have a little less than roughly what we had for the draft show. Kobe Bryant had a 6-season from 2009 to, I think it was like 2015, 2016. He had roughly 6 seasons where he was the highest paid player in the NBA. He was making about $26 million a year as the highest paid player in the league. Emmanuel Quickley will make $30 million over the next 5.
Crazy.
Do we think Emmanuel Quickley is good?
Inflation's a hell of a drug. Hey, yes, I do, only because he was a superstar for me. He was a superstar. Oh, wait, we're going to take fucking red-pilled Aaron Rodgers here in a second. He was a superstar for me down the stretch. We're going to take Aaron Rodgers and Luke Musgrave, I think, with these next 2 picks. I low-key love this team right now.
Let's look it over real quick.
All right, real quick. We got Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. in the first 2 picks. Then we went Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson, James Cook and Odunze. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ramondre and Cortland Sutton, Brian Robinson Jr., and Adonai Mitchell. We got Jalen Polk and Chubb, and then Rodgers and Musgrave. We still got 4 picks left.
Chubb's back being 100% coming off the ACL injury?
No, he won't be back till later in the season, but I only need to score with 2 running backs. And if Chubb comes back late in the season and is good, it's like a nice little boost.
Red Wolf, there's nothing wrong with Quickley. I am simply noting the concept that Quickley is like the second or third guy on, the 25th team in the league. And he's making the same level of money that Kobe Bryant did as the highest paid player from 2009 to 2016.
Yeah, but
that's again, wild.
Not to bring it back to the debate. That's inflation. What's wrong with the economy? We need Tandy up here doing his AI impressions. How you went on Tandy the other day, right? How was that?
I went on Tandy yesterday. It was fun, man. I kind of forgotten I'd committed to it, truth be told. Like Tandy and I had talked about it earlier in the week. I was like, hey man, we need to do this again now that the Celtics won. And then Tandy like shoots out a tweet at like 12. He's like, hey, Weisberg might be showing up. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was good. We talked some Celtics, talked some like broad NBA stuff. I went in on Dapper for a good 20 minutes, which I felt bad about because
Wait, did you guys
he's paid for.
Did
He's paid like Dapper?
Oh yeah,
paid him for some
hashtag
of those
ad,
tweets.
hashtag.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
did you guys? I shared this in a group text today. Hold on, I'm sure everybody saw it. Let me go find it. Also, somebody yell at me if it's my turn. Oh fuck, I passed it. Where is this tweet? There's a crazy. Oh, here it is. A crazy Dapper tweet today. This is bonkers. Just a bonkers tweet. I like what happened. Like, why is that being tweeted out? It's insanity.
So I kind of crushed him on this show yesterday, and maybe this is a direct response to that.
There was only like 10 people watching that show. Do you think he was?
Maybe he was one of the 20 people watching, because I fucking went in on Dapper for a good 20 minutes. I was just like, my whole take generally was, I was like, look, we all love this product, but like the reality is it's kind of stagnant. They're not gaining users. Roham is largely, I'm just going to recycle it. Roham has largely kept the same people around for the same decade and fired the rest of the highly driven and intelligent people that made the product what it was, and instead kept the same fucking people we had since CryptoKitties. Like, are we really expecting different results than what we had a decade ago with CryptoKitties? No, because you have the same people. It's the same shit.
It is.
Just with a different product. Like, no.
It's hilarious.
Oh, makes me so mad.
It's so funny. It is just funny at this point.
Well, Hershey, it's not even that like people hate Roham and Dapper. Like, look, there are some great people that still work at Dapper, like the 5 of them that we're friends with, that shoot us DMs. But like, it's all relative. Like I still like Mike and I both have said both publicly and privately how much we like Jacob, but like he's the only person over there that I really talk with these days. Other than that, like.
And our guy Steve, I still talk to Steve. Actually, I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, I forgot Steve's still over there. Yeah. And fuck Luke. I'm just gonna keep my fuck Luke.
Come on. I mean, you can say that, but
I know.
I still root for Dumbo deep down.
It's all right. So yeah, I think the most likely scenario is the company probably gets sold in the next 2.5, 3 years, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean that'd be good for everybody.
Text AMA counts as talking. Maticata, that is a great line. Real deep cut that I had not thought about in quite some time.
It's the best. All right, I should have got Devonta. You think Devonta's Walker makes it? Probably not. That would be a nice last piece here for my Lamar stack. And then Jalen Hyatt. That's going to be my last 2 picks if they make it here. I love this 10-second clock on a draft is insanity. I love it.
That's a lot. That's quick.
Yeah. Sergio said he's excited for Keon Coleman. There you go.
Do you think a Sorare budget series on YouTube would do well in the offseason? Super Carl, do you know who you could ask about that? The person is actually in the chat, Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
Jeb literally did a whole, like, last season, did a whole bunch of team kind of budget series across this platform. So
yeah. I was working on something too. I wonder if he's referencing that too, because I was working on. I had mentioned. Oh hell yeah, Jeb's doing it again. Yeah, I was working on something for the off season, because we're trying to do we'll probably do a live stream a week, something like this, and then we'll do a recorded video every week. So for 2 videos, but I wanted to do one where it was like, one video will be like the first half will be building a rare champion on a certain budget and a rare contender on a certain budget, limited. I probably won't do super rare. Maybe we'll do super rare contender. I don't know how useful it'll be to do it for a super rare champion. I don't know how many people are in there.
By the way,
okay.
So Mike, go.
No. I saw Maddie just put in the chat that the rare AJ Griffin. Yeah, I am kind of intrigued by AJ Griffin to Houston. I don't think he's going to play because they have like 45 guards, but it is intriguing to say the least.
Yeah, agreed. Do you want to do one more double dribble real quick? Yeah,
if
25 minutes.
Yeah, this will take probably longer than 20. I'll do another one if it's close to filling. Hold on, because if it's close to filling, I will do one more. So let me see. I'll enter this right now.
I'm entering too.
All right, let's see. How many more do we need?
Oh, it's almost there. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it is not. No, it's not.
No. We'll do it again next. I'm gonna exit it. Only because we probably wouldn't be off stream for another hour and a half if that was the case. Hershey was saying with Sorare that wish they had a concept builder. They have it for football. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty.
And for those that weren't here for draft night, we do have a new feature here on Playback. We got power chats, baby.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot we have the power chats now. Not that you guys have to give us anything, but
yes,
I know people had been asking for it because they were used to doing it on YouTube. Although you haven't been able to do it on the Sorare NBA YouTube channel because we haven't monetized over there. Hold on, let me get this giveaway rolling again, and I'll figure out what we're gonna give away. But all right, so I've got 19 entrants and 21 here, but I kept myself out of it. So I'm going to read off names. If I did not get your name in there, let me know. So we got Jeb, Weisberg, Maddie Harrison, Sneeps, Drew, Jay Blaze, Consigliere, Top Shot Command, Jeb. Wait, I got Jeb in there twice. Ricky Ricardo, Stan Loves, Matic Otto, K Preemy, Ronner, Super Carl, Boston Bay, Zilly, Red Wolf, DJ. And then I see the Chief made it back. Hell yeah. There we go. There we go. I think I got everybody. All right. So for the rest of this, I don't think we have anything else for the rest of this weekend unless I'm bored. I might do some more drafting or whatever. But yeah, I think the plan is I think next week I have a wedding, so I won't do the happy hour on Friday, but maybe I'll do it on Thursday or something. But we'll do something like this once a week. We're still doing a So Rare video. Like if you missed the most recent one, we did. Reese, you're not. Reese, did you leave?
Reese, you already won though.
Do you just have something knowing like when the giveaway's coming? Because you did that last time too. It's incredible. But yeah, we just did the reading the NBA tea leaves, so go check that out. That's on the So Rare channel. Vegas is back. Where did you guys go? How do you know? Do you guys have a group chat or something? And then the NBA bit, yes, here. I think we're probably gonna end up doing it like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, here we go. There we go, Stan Loves. In terms of pressure, Roham calms the room and insists on focus. He is exceptional under pressure and solves issues with hard work and delegation. Go ahead. I can't speak to what this anonymous source is saying, but I saw nothing like this in my... What sources?
I'll tell you what anonymous sources aren't. Go look at your Glassdoor, big dog. I'll tell you what those are. Literally, your Glassdoor is in the shitter. All right, like don't tell me that the anonymous sources are saying. Literally, your Glassdoor is like 2.5 stars. What are we doing?
Oh, that was in reply to Stan. Okay, no, that's hilarious. And it's got 111. I need to see who here. This is. Let's view the replay.
I bet you we can predict. Is Drew Austin in the likes?
Well, I'm sure. Hold on, we're gonna look at this though instead. Yes, she did. She did, Jeb. All right, here we go. We got boards.
Drew Austin quote tweeted this guy's first thing.
We got boards to buckets, Dream Shaker, vinyls. Jay says Drew Austin, Dink Dow, Kenny, Eagle, Shukubub, Sexy Sexton, Dumbo, Morgan Sinclair, and Bubba Fox. There we go. I love it.
Everyone loves a good circle jerk, apparently.
Oh, incredible stuff. I love it so much.
Well, we haven't paid for my first lap dance on this yacht.
All right, so we're going to do, I think this is going to be, I was going to do a slow-mo, but I feel like I can do a better card than slow-mo. Hold on. Oh, we have Maxi. We're going to do 2 giveaways. I forgot it's Hershey sent it. All right, so the first one will be a rare. Actually, in honor of Bruce Brown getting re-signed today. or having his option picked up. We'll do a Bruce Brown rare is the first winner, and then Maxi Kleber is the second one. Yeah, Drew Austin is truly top 5 worst people in the world, I think. In the world.
Drew Austin, like, let me actually elaborate on Mike's comments. Drew Austin is the shit that is on my shoe. Like, come on now. Like of all the human beings who shamelessly simp for Dapper, Drew Austin might be single-handedly the worst fucking spokesperson for a product I've ever fucking seen. He is the worst.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
He's just, to be fair, that
he is. He's just
fair point.
I've seen him suck off Elon. All right, here we go. Bruce Brown rare tier card giveaway. It's going to. Woo! Is it going to be Red Wolf or Drew NFTV? Oh, it just misses Red Wolf. Drew with the W. Red Wolf, so close, baby, so close. All right, Drew, is that your same? Let me check. Is that your same? Also, Joker Rock's in the house. Yeah, same one. Let me add Joker Rock up in here. All right, I'm going to remove you though, Drew, so you can't win this one. This is going to be for the Maxi Kleber. We got Joker Rock in the house. We love to see it. All right, let me trade with Drew. What did I say? It was a Bruce Brown. And then this one will be Maxi Kleber.
Oh, I got a little breaking news.
What's that?
Puos. Atlanta is trading DeJounte Murray to the Pelicans.
Whoa! That's awesome. That is I love that. Wait, for who? Did they say we don't know yet?
We don't know yet. I assume Brandon Ingram.
Wow. Honestly, a little bit of a hit to Jalen Johnson, I think. Wait, that's great though. That is great for New Orleans because they really needed somebody like that. And if DeJounte can mirror the 3-point shot that he had this year, that is a really good pickup.
And I agree with Noah Dazelle on this.
Oh, you're sharing it. I hate that there's a little bit of a delay. Wow, that is do we think I agree with you, Jeb. I don't hate that Atlanta if they got Ingram, and do you think it's Ingram and something, or do you think it's
all right? So let me do some quick cap math in my head.
Let's go, Rayman. What do you got?
DeJounte makes, I think, $35 million. BI makes like 29. They probably need to add another 6 or 7. So Zeke Naji?
Yeah. No.
BI and Zeke Naji?
You mean Najee Marshall?
Najee Marshall, sorry.
Yeah. Wow.
Let me see if this updates. Larry Nance Jr. and 2 firsts. Wow.
Wait, Larry. So was it Okongwu in this deal?
It's just Larry Nance and 2 firsts?
No,
that math doesn't work though.
I bet you Okongwu or Okongwu or Capella is in this deal.
I mean, the only reason why I said BI is I thought that the math would work that way.
Wow. So, man, I like this even more for New Orleans.
David Griffin working some voodoo magic.
I mean, I don't hate it for Atlanta though. I think Atlanta getting 2 firsts back isn't the worst thing in the world. I don't think that's bad. But the Pelicans have.
I wonder what year the firsts are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're a little bit down the road. They also have
maybe like 29 and 31.
Yeah,
so that you can bet on Zion, maybe not like moving on by then.
Yeah, but the Pelicans are going to have to. I mean, think about their roster right now. They lost Jonas Valanciunas. I know their late first round pick. They drafted a big guy, but he's not going to be able to start for them. Oh, the guy Yves Missy. So they're going to have to. Well, no, they don't have cap space, common man, but they are still going to trade Brandon Ingram. Like this, I think they'll.
Pelicans are trading a 2025 first via the Lakers.
Yeah.
And a least favorable Milwaukee Pelicans 2027 first round pick, Larry Nance Jr., and more.
Yeah. All right. So Dyson Daniels is in that deal as well. Is that happening? Sneaks, baby.
It has to be more. The math doesn't work.
Yeah, that Lakers first pick. That I like that Lakers first round pick from next year more than the other one.
So wait, on the Lakers pick, where do you think that ends up? You think that ends up like 15, 16, something like that?
Yeah.
You think they end up like just outside of the lottery, still
Yeah.
like an 8 to
Somewhere.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
somewhere between 8 to 10?
Yeah. Wow.
Um, New Orleans is sending Dyson Daniels to Atlanta as well.
Wow.
Larry Nance, wow.
So I want to know what they're going to. They still have no center. I got really excited that Ingram was going to be in this deal and Okongwu was coming back. I thought
So
they were.
I'm going to pull up the trade machine right now, real quick.
Yeah, share screen. Actually, well, I'm gonna refill my beverage cart here for a second. Jeb, you say zero chance. I don't know what Atlanta's doing right now, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Let me pull this up and I'll share screen in a second, guys. Alrighty then. I'm going to use a SPO track one because I like that a little bit more. It's not perfect, but it is a way to do this. Trade machine. All right, so Larry Nance makes 11.2. Guys, you can see this, right? Okay, cool. So they said New Orleans is sending Dyson Daniels as well. Okay. DeJounte makes 25. I thought he made more. But
No, because remember when once he got extended, they were like, this actually ended up being somewhat of a
good deal. So
friendly deal. Yeah. So, man, I'm so lost at what their next move is now. Like, do you think they are with getting DeJounte? Are they all of a sudden like, hey, we're gonna rethink this now? We're hanging on.
So the Hawks are going to be a hard capped at the second apron by doing it once the trade's complete. Who else is New Orleans dealing? I guess is the question.
Like in this trade?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you already added Dyson Daniels. So how much more money do they need to make up?
20 million. I mean, the only thing that makes sense is we go over to the Pelicans side of the roster. I mean, unless there's a third team involved, who else is in this deal? Like, so on the active roster, you have Zion, BI, CJ, DeJounte.
Wow. I'm so lost here. Also, if you just joined the room, if you're new to the playback room, do me a favor and just join it. Be a part of the room if you're a visitor, so you can get involved.
I want to know who else is in this deal because this doesn't make sense.
Consigliere said Jovel sign and trade. That would be hilarious if they grabbed Larry Nance, Jonas Valanciunas. Wait, did you add Larry Nance? Why is
I added Larry Nance in?
Hold on. So you have the Atlanta Hawks acquiring DeJounte Murray. Do you need to flip that?
It should have. You know what? I'm gonna use the other. I'm gonna use the ESPN trade machine because it is not processing in the way that I want it to.
Yeah, because it like already showed one of the players on the other team.
Yeah, no worries. We'll do it the other way.
What are the chances the Pels would? No, they're not. They're not doing that, Joker Rock. They're very happy with Zion. They can't after what they saw. Like Ingram and CJ are for sure the next two. I also don't even hate keeping CJ at this point because now he gets to actually play the two instead of their point guard. So I think that fit makes a little bit more sense. And like DeJounte showed that he could shoot a little bit. So when they do go point Zion, and I know DeJounte's not like the lockdown defender we thought he was when he was in San Antonio, but it's definitely a defensive upgrade. But they have no big men. Like if you look at their roster with Larry Nance going, they have 0 bigs left.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Sorry, guys. We're working on the fly here, and we're not being perfect on this. So this is what it looks like. So Nance and Daniels add up to 17 million. Dyson Daniels is, or sorry, DeJounte's 25. So we'll try the trade and see if it works. Yeah, it's over by 3.7. I don't know how this is working.
So so there's probably one more, but originally we were saying it was over by like 20. So
yeah, I know.
So it could just be like, wait, what are the picks worth anything? Like, does the first no, right?
Yeah, the picks have like designated numbers to them, so the picks may just have,
because if it's two firsts, it might get it
yeah,
there.
they may, or they could throw in someone like Garrison Matthews or something like that to make the math work.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy.
So now it's so funny because I mean, like we all did this, right? When the trade happened, we all said, okay, Brandon Ingram is involved. And if they're still moving Brandon Ingram, are they I thought they would use Brandon Ingram to go get themselves a guard like DeJounte Murray. So now I don't know. I'm trying to think of the bigs they could like put a deal together for. And no, Bruno Fernando does not make sense, Super Carl. I feel like Super Carl is looking at his So Rare collection. He's like, what Hawks do I have right now?
Right.
You mean to make the deal work? I'm sorry. I take that back. What about Brandon Ingram to Minnesota?
For Cat?
Yeah.
So you would have Cat,
Zion, DeJounte. I mean, like, listen, dude, they're gonna have to score 135 points.
I mean, they can't defend a lick, but
Hershey said I wouldn't do that. What side would you not do that for?
I mean, I think
their contracts have been somewhat close, right?
Well, it's just the contracts are somewhat close, and I think the interesting thing from Minnesota perspective, particularly because of who they just drafted, I don't think they would do that. Yeah. I think they would view Rob Dillingham as like a lower cost Brandon Ingram.
All right. What about Brandon Ingram from Paul George?
I mean, if you're New Orleans, that's a win-win.
Yeah. And if you're the Clippers, you're not mad because you're at least getting
a younger Paul George.
Paul George, yes, right? Drew NFTV, winner chicken dinner, both of you guys. Oh, Super Carl was in it. Ingram for Ayton. Dude, can you get the vibes, the chemistry vibes of Zion and DeAndre Ayton at the 5'4"?
I mean, dominating in New Orleans. Look, you know what would really suck? Actually, you know who would be super excited about it? Every restaurant in New Orleans. I did repurpose the joke in the way that I wanted to say it. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
Şengün for Ingram too is kind of interesting.
That would actually reach new levels of laziness, Jeb says. That would be Dragon Ball Z fused together into the ultimate slob.
Oh, that's good.
Also, it would reach Dragon Ball Z levels of passive aggressiveness between the two of them.
So, all right, they probably don't do DeAndre Ayton, although it does make sense. The Paul George one, I am kind of intrigued by, and then I don't know what their cap space is going to look like, but are they a team that could throw Hartenstein money? Like, do they have the flexibility to offer him? Because that's the kind of big.
Let's just throw out the trade. Let's do some Bill Simmons level trade machine shit now, and let's just go. Let's have fun. All right, so we want to do a little Atlanta action. We'll do some Clippers action. I like to say LA and LA Lakers because they have to differentiate.
Right.
You can't even put him in a deal.
Oh, because
that's annoying.
Yeah.
Well, let's assume he's going to make $40 million a year in his new deal. See, the problem is it's not perfect because we can't figure out what the number would be.
Right.
Let me check Fanspo because Fanspo has a trade machine that may not have Paul George's unavailable. Hold on.
So the Pels don't really have cap space, do they?
No.
Because I was thinking Hartenstein would make a ton of sense there. Just like that's the type of big, or like somebody like Zubac even. But I mean,
Let me
Zubac.
see if Fanspo allows me to include him in a deal. Let us see. Clippers.
All right, Woj just tweeted New Orleans was 0-24 when trailing entering the fourth and 2-14 in close games, and see Murray as a player who can generate offense late. Pels remain committed to the core that includes Zion and CJ. Pels are trying to find common
Didn't
ground.
say anything about Brandon Ingram.
Well, the Pels
Interestingly
are
enough.
trying to find common ground with Brandon Ingram contract.
All right, so we can put Paul George in a deal, so that's fun. And let's see, we don't want to do Atlanta. We want to do so we were talking Clippers, and who else do we want to do this deal with? So Paul George with New Orleans,
Ingram.
right? Yeah, with Ingram. Sorry. So many different deals.
Yeah.
All right, so Ingram, trade the Clippers.
Oh, that's weird. I can't. We just see the trade. We see the ESPN. Oh, you shared the ESPN one.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's okay. I thought I was having a stroke.
There we go. So the numbers so they would be about 12 million short right now. So the
On what side?
The Pelicans. Ingram makes 36. Paul George makes 48.7.
All right, ready? No one's gonna like this, but Ingram and Herb Jones for Paul George.
How about this? This actually makes life.
Also, you're
Herb
still sharing
Jones.
the
No,
ESPN
I
one.
don't love that.
You're still sharing the ESPN one. I don't know if you know that.
It's sharing the ESPN one.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same screen.
I'm doing. It should just be sharing.
Unless is mine messed up, or are you guys seeing ESPN too? So Hershey's saying that you think the Clippers would want Hawkins. All right. I mean, yeah, I would much rather them not.
It was still showing ESPN on Twitter because I was clicking on Spotrac. I had the whole trade pulled up.
Wow.
It's fine. Whatever. Playback being weird.
Does
this increase Murray's best ball value?
Yeah, it's pretty close. I think so a little bit. I mean, they are still going to be playing with CJ, but Trey is such a ball dominant player, and the Pels are able to move it around a little bit more. I feel like what we'll see is his overall offensive usage go down a little bit, but I bet we see him shoot 40% from three. I think he's going to get a lot of easy looks because he's really the Zion's going to be the first option. I guess he's the second. I mean, if Ingram's still there, I think I like it more, Jeb, if Ingram is gone. If Ingram is still there, I don't like that offensive flow. I don't think it would be a bad
thing. Well, you also have CJ too.
Right. That's what I mean. But if Ingram goes, I like it a little bit more.
I don't know. I still think there's deals to be made with Ingram. And maybe they deal with CJ. Maybe you just go super young.
Well, they just said they're committed to him.
I don't.
You calling him a liar, dude?
I'm not calling him a liar. I don't understand the thought process. CJ's a great player, but he's 33, 34.
Right.
You can probably get similar production, and DeJounte can take on a lot of that day to day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. I think I got it now. So
yeah, see if you can pull it up. It's fine.
Can you see it?
I can. Although it's very blurry. There we go. Better.
All right. So we have Ingram on one side. So it's all right. You said you had a better option. What was the option?
If there aren't a whole lot, I mean, you can go, let's see. So it's
because Herb Jones is basically there. Larry Nance.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of faith you're placing in Trey Murphy.
I love Trey Murphy.
On the back.
But you're getting Paul George.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what you'd have to do. Ingram and Herb Jones.
Oh my God, it's off by 200,000. That's so I can't.
That works. No, that works.
It says players cannot be aggregated in a trade. What does that mean?
Oh, because they're a second favorite team before the trade.
So what? I don't understand. What do I need to do?
Technically, it gets a little weird because we're right before the start of the new league year, so the
Yeah.
numbers haven't gone up. So right now we're operating on a league year of 23-24 rather than 24-25.
All right.
So that's the reason why. But yeah,
I kind of like that for. I kind of like that for the Clip. I like that better than fucking Kaminga and whatever.
Kaminga, Chris Paul, and picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Herb Jones can immediately contribute.
Yeah. Man, that's a spicy one. I did not expect that.
I just didn't see it coming. I knew DeJounte was on the block, and the Hawks had kind of said like the Trae Young conversations had been kind of cold.
Yeah.
So maybe they just made the move. They were like, we're going to do this now before free agency starts. And as cap space starts to dry up, we'll be able to trade Trae somewhere in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, Rishi now has an actual path.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I don't love it for Atlanta, like for real. I mean, I know they had to hit the reset button a little bit. But man, yeah, no Trey lobs to Wemby, which listen, I don't think we really wanted that. I really didn't want Trae Young with Wemby. I'm not a Trae Young truther, I don't think. Wow.
Well, I still think Trae is going to get dealt.
Oh, you think so? Before like this season?
I think Trae could get dealt in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really make sense to keep him on that roster, given how young they're trying to go.
Right.
And you want to give Rishi as your number one pick the most leeway to be successful. And the way to do that is to hand the keys over to him. Trae Young wants 35% usage, as he's always gotten.
Right. Man.
DeJounte went from a Hawk to a Pelicans to sorry,
Terrible.
I had to.
Terrible.
You know, she signed with a talent agency.
Yeah, I did. I did see that. I still can't believe I still haven't been and I still don't have a talent agent yet. Yet Hawk Tua lady got one.
Hawk Tua lady signed with UTA in 3 days.
Did I read she got fired from her job.
What?
She's a teacher.
Yeah, that would make a teacher in the South no less.
Oh, that was a fake story.
Well, her dad is a pastor allegedly, right? That is a true part of the story, I think.
I mean, that's the first thing that's made sense, though.
Well, it's part of the reason why she disappeared and deleted all her social.
Yeah.
I mean, if you became an internet meme for 3 days straight, would you fully embrace it, or would you just be like, I am?
Well, I'm a guy. I think it's a little bit easier for me to embrace it. I'm a guy because people aren't going to be like, "Oh, I fucked the shit out." You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what's happening. But when a woman goes viral, everybody's like, they Hawk Tua their hand. So
right.
It's terrible. Did I see? Yeah, I saw the Oiler girl got a Playboy. Yeah, I did see that one. I mean, I didn't see the shoot, but I saw that happened.
Ocean spray dude to Fleetwood Mac embraced it. Insert wood meme. I feel like Jeb's already been a meme to an extent.
That's right.
With the bear suit. The only thing that makes me mad about the bear suit is that ESPN went to him mid while I was eating 2 years ago at Summer League. That was not a great look for me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Bontemps here. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but he said, I kind of like the value that they got out of DeJounte just because how clear it was that they were going to trade him and that you still got you got a young Dyson Daniels, who I think people are still high on Dyson Daniels, right?
Yeah.
And then you got 2 firsts, one being the Lakers, which will, I think be a decent, like mid-lottery one. I don't know. I kind of like it.
Josh Richardson picking up his player option.
No shit.
Shocking.
Is he on the Spurs still? What team is he on?
Miami.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Hashtag eat culture, baby. Put the worms on the floor.
Hey, by the way, did you see the Jimmy thing yesterday that came out?
The Complex Sports video?
Yeah.
I like it. I think the Miami Heat fans should show up on time.
The Tatum stopper, right? Yeah, Stan, you know who also stopped scoring in games? The Heat fans early in games, according to Jimmy Butler, your guy.
Yeah.
They just don't show up.
And I know that's not Stan. Stan's always early. Stan's
I
here
know.
early. He's here on time. Got to get to the game on time though. Put the white linen on and get to the.
To be fair to Heat fans, it is like the shitty thing about getting to their stadium is there was only one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the amount of cocaine that Heat fans have to do before going to games. But yeah, it's a nightmare to get there. So I understand why it can take a little while, but also show up to your games early.
Yeah. Well, the traffic didn't just start. Like
Right?
it's coming. Leave earlier.
Well, the problem is you get off your workday at 5. It can take like an hour and a half to get there.
Weisberg, if you want to deep throat Heat fans, keep it up. I'm trying to give us an out to make fun of them. Well,
I'm trying to be nice.
If you're a good employee, you stay until 5:15. You have to account for traffic. The Heat culture is a fraud.
Go early and barely alive, or barely arrive.
I said Landry Fields was no. I think that was a good Hershey. I don't think they got fleeced. I think the NBA Twitter loves anytime a trade happens to shout out LL Bean and scream fleeced like that. And like no matter what, the trade could be as fair as can be, and we're like fleeced. They got fleeced. People were saying it about they say it was a joke, but the Raptors fans were going wild about that Jalen McDaniels trade yesterday. I was like, come on, guys.
Our guy Steve Jones talking about this trade, I think, is the right context.
Yeah.
78 replies with DeJounte Murray can't play defense. And I would once again point to context scheme, responsibility in New Orleans versus Atlanta based on things he showed on the defensive end. I think his size and activity can help the Pelicans. Yes, on all of those.
Yeah.
Like DeJounte in the Atlanta context was really bad defensively because they didn't have very many good defensive players. The same way that we talk about Mikal Bridges joining New York, people were like, well, he wasn't great defensively in Brooklyn. Yeah, because he was the only good defender on Brooklyn. You played with Cam Thomas. Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
You played with Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson. Neither of those Cams can defend at a high level.
True. It is a great...
When you get in a different defensive context, like he's going to be a better defender because he's playing with better defenders.
Yeah. I love Super Carl's point. How many points does Lucas score now? Oh man.
Sorry, Jay Blaze. It was an easy pot chat.
That's good. Good stuff.
I don't know which Cam you're talking about, whether it's Thomas or Johnson, but I guess both applies, I guess. But whatever.
Man, wild end of the day. I love this. This is fun. This weekend's going to be fun. We might end up having more streams because of this. If we get some more insanity here the rest of the weekend, we might get some more. But did that happen right before we gave away the Maxi Kleber?
Right before.
I think I closed it out. Oh no, I still have it. All right, let's give away this Maxi Kleber. And then we'll wrap here because I think we covered that unless we get another Woj bomb. All right, real quick, if I don't rattle your name off, put your name in the chat. Unless you were who just won? Oh, Drew NFTV. You can't be in this one. All right, here we go.
This is interesting, by the way.
What?
On Wiggins.
Rowan Barrett said that Wiggins was cleared and ready to go for camp, but they got a call from the Warriors a few days ago say they're holding him out. Wow. The team can hold him out of international play?
For medical reasons, sure.
Wow. But
they claimed it was a mutual decision between Wiggins and the Warriors.
He's getting traded.
Team Canada is like, nope.
He's getting traded. All right, here we go. We got DJ Chander. We got Chief, Jeb Bush, Weisberg, K. Preem, Matic Common Man, Ricky, Ronner, Reese is still here. Stan Loves, Boston Base, Joker Rock, Red Wolf, Matty Harrison, Consigliere, Zeely, Steeps, Jay Blaze, Super Carl, Biggest. I think I don't have its Hershey in there. I got to get its Hershey back in there. Top Shot Tesla, I'm missing. Anybody? No. Oh, you want me to leave you off? Man, what the fuck, dude? Oh no, you sent me this card. That's right. Top Shot Tesla. Do I got everybody else? This is for the German Maxi Kleber limited tier card. We're spinning it right here, right now. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on YouTube. All right, here we go. Who's getting it? Yeah, it is a Top Shot settlement spin. Ooh,
Ronner?
is it Ricky? I don't even know who it is. Ronner, let's go, Ronner. All right, Ronner, put your.
I had friends hit me up about the Top Shot settlement, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, people who got in around the same time I did in February, and I was like, guys, you're not even going to qualify because this thing ends in like January of 21.
Hilarious. I love it. I love it.
Common man, that two Mavs have been given away. I mean, to be fair, your team gave away an entire series, so it's fine.
No. I'd go the other way. I'll go the other way. That's nicer, Common man. 3 Mavs were given away today. Tim Hardaway Jr. He was also given away. All right, CJ to Brooklyn for all expirings, including Ben Simmons. Come on. Is Ronner still here? Ronner, it says you're still here. All right, just shoot me. You can do it after. Just tag me, and I'll get that one. Weisberg, thanks for jumping on, man. Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, shaping the world champs day. This is what we do.
That's right. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. This ended up being a wild one. We go with a little 2 hours and 15 minutes for you. I imagine if we get some more action, because tomorrow we'll find out a little bit more, and then Sunday, what did free agency start at 4? What time does that start at? Do we know?
Should be 1 p.m. I think, but I don't have it off the top of my head.
Starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh wait, June 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, so I'll do a stream Sunday night. We'll be out here Sunday night for some free agency.
We know the deals are going to be announced literally at 6
like 6:01, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll come back and we'll hang out and do that.
Last thing, Mike, before we go. Any quickie predictions on who you think gets a deal at 6:01? Nope. You're not back.
How about now? Am I back now?
You're back now.
All right. Sorry, my mic cut out. Who gets a deal at 6:01? I don't even know.
I got a hot one for you.
What's your hot one?
Clay.
Oh, you think the Clay deal's already done? Where do you think?
Ramona Shelburne went on local radio here yesterday and straight up was like, yeah, Clay's. She didn't say like Clay definitely has something in place, but she was like, something will happen with Clay pretty quickly.
I like the Denver rumors.
Well, the Denver rumors would require a mid-level exception. So that's not happening.
Yeah.
I think he gets I think he gets a big deal from Orlando or Philly at the start of free agency. My guess is I'm going to throw 2 years, $50 million. Maybe a team option for a third year at the same number.
Do you think he goes to Orlando just because it'll be quieter there and he can still have his boat?
He enjoys living in Tiburon too much. And I think I think Orlando makes sense outside of the boat. Like, I don't think boating matters as much as.
Yeah, I don't really mean the boat.
I know. I'm just saying, like, so like the funny thing about it is he really, really loves being in the Bay.
Yeah.
He does have a house in LA. And he has his house here in Tiburon, but
yeah, but hold on, we're talking about Orlando or Philly. So
no. I'm simply noting like his preference would be to stay in California. So the Lakers are always going to be a possibility.
But they're not going to give him $50 million over.
No, they're not. I think Orlando is the best spot. Although if Philly comes up and says, you know what, we will give you more money than anyone else.
Yeah.
Because who's Philly going to take with the amount of money they have?
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree.
If they strike out on Paul George, Klay Thompson's their best bet.
Tobias Harris, baby. Get ready.
Tobias is going over to Detroit for, little vet min action.
There we go. Let's end it with this. Here we go. Tweet from Jay King. If the Pelicans aren't wait, what did he say? Don't know if the Pels are done dealing, but pretty sure you couldn't dream up a worse fit than DeJounte, CJ Ingram, and Zion. I like this deal so much if Ingram goes. If Ingram stays, I do hate this. He's gonna go.
Yeah, Ingram's got to be dealt. I just don't know where.
Cap. Send him to Cap, baby. I
Send
love
him to
it.
Portland. I like that Aiden construction.
Yeah, Ayton is. They would need one more. Well, Trey Murphy's out there.
One might say that Ayton and Zion would eat.
They would
Anyway.
eat. I'm sure they would eat. All right, dudes, we'll call it there. Mike, thanks for jumping on for the second half. Appreciate everyone hanging out. We'll be back Sunday evening unless some weird stuff happens later tonight or tomorrow. We out of here. Have a good weekend, y'all.